A job seeker may find it difficult to distinguish between ethical and unethical conduct or to see the real consequences of unethical actions. The following are examples of unethical behavior. The guidelines provided will help you to ethically navigate the job search and to recognize how your actions can have potentially far-reaching consequences. Unethical behavior tends to come back to haunt you, but there are many alternative courses of action. Don't fabricate skills, qualifications, or experiences on your resume or job applications, ever. GPAs, former employment, work authorization, and other information are easy to verify, and the chance of getting caught is high. Even if you don't get caught and you get hired, you will eventually run into a situation where your employer may expect you to have experience in a field for which you are unprepared. It doesn't pay. You will lose your credibility and more likely, your job. In addition, lying about job offers you have received can also have a negative impact on your reputation and job search. You never know who knows who in the recruiting world, and it is easy and very common for hiring managers to check with other similar organizations on recent hires or offers. Examples of falsifying applications. Rounding up your GPA. GPA should be listed with 2 decimal points and no rounding. Don't calculate your own GPA or use a term GPA. Provide the GPA for which you've been asked, or give the overall GPA if it's not specified. The GPA should be able to be verified by the university and available on unofficial and official transcripts. Lying about work authorization status. This can have some very serious repercussions not only from an employer, but also from the federal government. If you are a student that requires work sponsorship, you need to select the work authorization status, employment visa sponsorship required now or in the future. If you are in the U.S. on a student visa, you will need sponsorship to remain in the U.S. after you graduate. You need to select this even if you are applying for internships, which do not require sponsorship. Most employers use the internship to fill their full-time hiring needs, so they generally only hire interns that would be eligible to transition to full-time. Interviewing etiquette. Interviews can be tricky situations for job seekers, and there are some gray areas where professionalism and consideration of the situation is necessary. Is it okay to interview if I just want some interviewing experience? No. Hiring managers often reserve a select number of interviewing spots for candidates. If you interview with a company that you have no interest in working for, you are taking an interview spot from another candidate who may have a strong interest and be a terrific candidate. Instead, do a mock interview through Business Career Services to gain experience with interviewing. Digital and in-person mock interviews are available. Is it okay to interview if I'm not sure if I want the job? Yes. If you are genuinely interested in the position, you should interview so you and the company can better assess your fit for the position. I don't think I am interested in the position after my first round interview, but the company offered me a second round interview. Should I go? If you have absolutely no interest in the position, you should inform the employer that you are withdrawing your candidacy. You can explain that you feel this position is not the right fit for you at this time. Keep it brief. You don't need to get into specific details, but do keep it positive so that you don't burn professional bridges. If, however, you are still considering the position or are unsure how you feel about the position or company, a second round interview is an excellent opportunity to explore further. Go to the second round interview and make sure you do your research and ask good questions so that you can make an informed decision about moving forward with this company. Above all, Business Career Services is here to offer any support you may need as you go through the internship and job search process. If you have questions about your situation, contact a career advisor. Business Career Services can be found in 1130 Capitol Federal Hall or online at www.business.ku.edu/KUBizCareer.